What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Got a mail call for you. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as you can see on the table, we got some models coming in from Ketuo and Karbon. We're going to jump straight into it. These are coming via the pass around group. Going to save the Karbon for last because these two, believe it or not, are revisions of existing models that I've already reviewed on this channel. I'll do my best to link them all throughout the video. Let's jump into this one first. So we got the Triad coming back. This one here has carbon fiber and it has M390 and the designer is Felix. I'm not going to try that last name, my friend, because I don't want to murder it. Let's take a quick peek here. What I understand to be revised on these, as they have changed them to button liner locks over top of the previous iterations of the button lock. So the button here is going to actuate the actual liner, and it is a nested liner. You can't really get to it by any other way. So still a button lock, but it is a liner with a detent ball instead of a spring and a plunge lock. We've seen this marbled carbon fiber before. Ketuo does a very nice job. It's a very beautiful looking knife. Nice looking. You got a filler tab here for that reversible titanium pocket clip. Is that sticking out or is it just a long one? Let's see, is it a T8 by chance? It's a T6, so I'll check that later. Compound ground, Tonto, flat ground out on the tip, hollow ground behind the edge here, nice harpoon swedge. I really do remember liking this one. Reminded me a lot of the size of my bug out, a little bit chunkier, a little bit better ergos, but let's just check all of the, feels a little tight there. Is this not broken in? Nice and solid. No up and down, no left to right. It's got a very heavy detent. Yeah, it is very heavy. I mean, dang. I almost struggled to get it out there. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, that is heavy, guys. That is very heavy. Almost hard to do that front flipper. It's so heavy. I'm not sure if this was tuned after the fact, but I would probably lighten up the spring tension a little bit on this one just because it is more than strong enough for the reverse flick and for the thumb studs. But that front flipper, it actually it almost hurts. But that's the Triad now with the top liner lock. I don't know that it's a top liner lock per se. I think it's just a button actuated liner. It almost hits right there at the location of the pivot almost. Kind of looking at it. I don't know if you can tell, and we'll cover that a little bit closer in the full review of the Triad. Nice and centered. Man, they do a very good job, Ketuo does. All right, and then the other one that we've seen before, Griffin, same thing here. Titanium with carbon fiber, M390. The designer is David. This one also being revised into the button actuated liner lock as opposed to the plunge lock. Let's see. Now this one doesn't have, oh, this one adds a flipper tab. The other one doesn't have a flipper tab, does it? No, it does not. Ooh, that is seriously, they have that wasn't as bad for the reverse flick. Oh, much easier for that front flipper. I don't know if it's because of the angle leverage. It looks like it's a little bit taller, a little bit more of a beefier front flipper, so that may make a difference. The low profile flipper here that disappears behind the frame, it is definitely heavy. You see I skidded right off of there because I didn't quite land my finger on that jimping, but what a huge difference. The plunge lock ones, I remember they had, you know, a solid detent for a plunge style button lock, but this is a game changer. Yeah, very comfortable. We'll go ahead and do these together a little bit later, but you can see the liner there. Yeah. Very curious to see. Yeah, you can see that flat spot. Yep. Reversible filler tab. Beautiful. I mean, they do a good job with the marbled carbon fiber. It's very pretty. Little slight inlay there. This one here a little bit more edgy than the Triad. The Triad's more of a sleeker looking knife, I would say, or more of a classic design. So let's set that one to the side because I'm very excited to get into this new knife from Karbon here. So let's see what we got. Oh, someone put the Ketuo sticker inside the box. This one here is a Ken Onion design. It is called the Buckhorn S35N and titanium. They have actually really nice microfiber cloths. I'm not sure who they're using, but let's check this beauty out. Look at that, guys. That is very nice looking. I love how these are like 3D milled. I guess it is milling. Yeah, it's milling. And then you got cross knurling going on here. A very contrast in design on the knurling versus the milling. You got a couple little speed holes here. The Buckhorn has the what looks like the back of a shotgun. Not sure what 87.8/2024 means. I mean, obviously that's the year. But I'm not sure if that means it was born in August. And I don't really know what the 87 means there. Nice jimping on this flipper tab. Pretty minimal flipper tab on there. Doesn't necessarily disappear, but it does kind of follow the flow here. Not really a choke up. I would call that just a sharpening choil. Oh, you got the S35VN there on the blade. That is a very thin profile, very thin. Look at that blade shape. It feels very sticky, very sticky. Oh, does feel like maybe a little bit there. Somebody might have done some cutting with it. It's not a low drop point, but what happens here is they give you that sheep's foot-esque ending on the tip here, so it's going to be really good for detailed work. You got a nice frame lock on here. It's really quite stunning in person. I don't think everybody's going to really love that pivot collar, but it has got nice swell here, and it's got swelling going through the middle there too. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So it does kind of help fill out the hand. It's got good height to it, so even though it is a more slender knife than what we saw from the other two, it feels very comfortable in hand. Very excited to spend more time with this one. I've spent time with the Griffin and the Triad, but I am interested in checking out the Buckhorn. A little loose in the pivot. I was going to say it is like a guillotine falling. There's a little bit of play in the pivot. Let me just check it. Yeah, it was definitely loose. Yeah, a little bit better control there. And the side to side, the little bit that was there is completely gone. Yeah, more guillotine there. Relief cut on the inside, but you also have relief cuts on the top here. I wonder how. Oh, look, you can see, maybe you can see in there Ken Onion's name. I wonder how. Ooh, and it's a very strong pocket clip. I'll have to check that in and out of the pocket. Very cool thumb stud ramps. Very easy to actuate that lock bar. Very cool. So we got the Buckhorn. We have the revised Ketuo Griffin. Really like that. That's super sharp looking. And Triad. So let me know if you have any questions about anything updated on here, and I'll try to do my best to make sure I get that information answered for you. Otherwise, just stay tuned. The review will be coming. Really looking forward to really spending some time with the revised versions that we have here, but very excited to check out that Buckhorn. I think that's a stunning knife. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Not interested in these? Just leave a pocket check down there or say hi. I love to hear from you guys. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. A special thank you to my channel members. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.